Okay, everybody. Let me tell you how excited I am about being excited. Because, see, your 7K well system, okay, that you have here, and your app on your phone, okay. Remember, duplicatability is the secret to really building big?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if y'all have all really kind of gone through and saw the new presentation. But let me tell you what turns me on so much. My lovely wife and partner and friend asked me in the last couple of days several times, "Are you having fun? You like what you're doing?" And I said, "I love it." And I'm going to tell you why I said that. Because it's what I told her. I said, "You know what I like about this? Is I'm helping people do things that they don't believe they can do. I'm helping people become all they can be. I'm helping people with their finances that they never really thought about. I'm able to help people do things that they could never learn on their own because they don't have the patience, they don't have the perseverance, they don't have the persistence, they don't have the 7 P's that it has in the Bible that it takes to become successful. It's in them, but they don't believe they got it. And I think every person on our team is doing that same thing. We're helping people do things they never even thought about doing. We're helping people learn about really preserving their own financial wealth. Now, they may not know it right then. And they may get a little angry at you because their perception of what you're doing is different than what you're doing. But if you let your heart show through in time, they will be on your team. Because it just makes plain sense. Because, see, if you will actually pull out your app, open up your app, one of the great things that's going on here is I know it's a little painful to go through change. But they're changing a website we're very comfortable with to this new type website. But what they're doing is for all of our advantage, and quite frankly, let me put it in my words of what they're doing. They're getting you in front of technology. I've dealt with technology ever since I started doing electronics and do global market development with Ethel Albemarle when we got into polysilicon and flame retardants, and I'd come back home and I'd tell my wife, "No, we're not buying one of those computers. We're not buying one of those TVs because they got 10 of them up on the shelf. We're going to wait and we're going to get one so cheap, and then we'll get the invoice. They're going to come out with another one the next year." And every year since then, we're seeing technology I saw back in the 90s already. And I'd be telling my wife about it, and I'd say, "Yep, I already know it. You know, touch this, do that. I saw that." They just didn't put it out. And they didn't cheat on each other. See, the reason some of the technology comes out faster is they get away from their agreements. One wants to get a little bit market share than the other, and they release it a little early, and then all of them jump on top, and they're all in the same. They all have the same thing. If you ever notice how they all have the same thing, they just got a different brand name on it. Or it's the Microsoft technology or the Apple technology, right? And now you got a new one coming in called Google. Well, anyway, long story short, what I'm trying to get to is that the company is moving to a mobile technology, web-based mobile technology, and it's going to be 5G affable, friendly. So when 5G arrives, this thing is going to work like lightning speed. And guess what? A lot of people like fast.
Always have.
And so this company is positioning us ahead of everybody else in the marketplace. Look how many direct marketing companies are going to be playing catch up because they wouldn't go through the trials and tribulations of making a major change like this. When this company is on the verge of going into major momentum, and they made a huge decision to do it now and slow down growth to have accelerated growth for all of us in the future. Now, I call that brilliant thinking, strategic, long-term thinking. That's the way I have always been taught to think in big business. And that's what our company's done for us. So, learn the technology, become part of it, because it's going to be part of your life, whether you like it or not. Okay? Because either you become a hermit and don't communicate, or you learn how to work these stupid things and get bigger ones if you can't see them well. Okay, that's all I got to say. Just buy a bigger one so you can see the screen better. Okay? So, with all that said, let me now tell you what I'm so excited about. It's because our presentation is now down to 18 minutes, and it's a complete full presentation. So, yeah, we're gonna kind of reach out, and we're gonna, nibble and put bait on our hook, and we're going to try and pique people's interest, right? We got all the scripts for that, all the things y'all been kind of taught and given, all those tools to pique people's interest, and it's in your back office. Okay. I want you to go to your app, your 7K Wealth System, and I want you to go to resources. And yeah, I know we're not sending it to somebody, so I want you to go to resources. So, and I want you to click on share right in the middle. Then I want you to click on present right in the middle. Then I want you to click on demand. And then you're going to come up with the only wealth strategies that's in our app right now. Remember, we used to have a whole lot of things on there. We no longer have that. Okay? And if you press on the blue on the right-hand side, you're going to pull up, and up comes a video in your screen, everybody. Now, if you haven't watched this, shame on you. Because this is how you build your business. You go, you call up Woodrow. Woodrow and I have been best buddies for a long time. Okay? I call up Woodrow and say, Woodrow, I really need to talk with you. I really need to meet with you. When's a good time that we can have about 35, 45 minutes together, have a cup of coffee, and let's just chat? I mean, when's a good time for us to talk? What's a good date for you, Woodrow? What's a good time for you? You want me to come to your place, or you want to come over to my place, or you want to? Now, if you pick a place to meet, make sure you got a Wi-Fi there.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
Do not go somewhere and ain't got a Wi-Fi unless you got, give me the
flash drive?
flash drive. Unless you got a flash drive. One of these. And you got something you can stick a flash drive into.
Make sure you can plug it in.
Okay. Now what your phones take flash drives. Yeah. Well, I can show you much of them. I'll show, but there's all kind of flash drives that go on the phone. Here's one. I got another one. This one has this. You can order them on Amazon Prime, which you have to be a member of. And you put it in, and like that, and it goes in just like where your charger goes. Okay? And they got them for all the different phones. But here's my point. You go into Woodrow, You set up the appointment, and I want you to get, every one of you, get your list out again. How many times I told you go through your list, Andy? 7 times. Okay, it's time to, I want you to go back to the ones that you love the most and care about the most first, again. Okay? Now again, I just said I needed to talk to Woodrow, right? I didn't tell him what it's about. And if he asks me what it's about, I'm going to say, I'll share that with you when we talk, but I need to meet with you. Is that okay, Woodrow? Good. Do not tell them why you're meeting with them. Okay? That's the whole point. I just got through answering that question. Bobby, I need to meet with you. I'll tell you when I meet with you if that's okay. And if they don't say okay, you say, that's okay, Bobby. I'm maybe another time. I can't talk to you. You call me when a time's good for you and we can meet. That's what you do. You take it away from them. You leave them with a belly full of curiosities and a burning head that says, what in the world did Bobby call me about? What he want to talk to me about? You put the monkey right back on his back. Okay? And the reason I'm doing this is because we got a tool now that this fits. We got a tool in your hands that everything I'm teaching you fits with what this is. And this tool, that little video, you meet with them and you have a pocket full, at least 3 or 4 these silver coins. Guess what I'm carrying again, y'all? 10 1/10 ounce gold coins. Okay? So I got a pocket full of gold and a pocket full of silver. I take them out when I meet with them and say, hey, Woodrow, I'm so glad you met with me. I'm so glad you took some time. Y'all listen to me. You're very special to me. And I appreciate you meeting with me. And because you're so special to me is the reason I wanted to meet with you first. You take your coins out. You just put them all in their hands. You say, now, Woodrow, do you know what you have in your hands? Let them hold them. And it doesn't matter what they say. You say, look, you got an ounce of pure gold in your hand, and you got 5 ounces of silver right there. Let me ask you a question, Woodrow. How much of that do you own today? Now, 98% of people are going to say they don't own any. And saying that's why I met with you. I have learned so much lately that I'm just busting to really share this information with other people because we have been lied to all of our lives. We've been taught the wrong things. We've been manipulated. We've been managed. We got all our money in 401ks. We got all our money in IRAs. We got all our money in CDs. We're depending on Social Security. We're depending on a retirement check. And you know what? Look at all the people retiring, having to go to work at Walmart as greeters. You know what? All the wealthy people and all the banks own this. Let me just share with you. Just please bear with me and sit here for a few minutes. Don't ask me any questions. And just take this information in. And let's see if you see what I see. What I saw. And y'all just press play. And it goes for 18 minutes and 33 seconds. And then after that, do you say, did you learn something? Doesn't it just plain make sense to buy silver and gold at affordable cost? and you say, I'm actually doing this as a business so I can get some tax write-offs and earn some gold and silver and get a benefit, get an extra income flow. Because, these things just work. They always have. But this company is kind of different. They have a mission. And I want to see if you want to join me in the mission of helping other people learn about how they need to protect their wealth and their future. Do you want to help me help them? And, if they're ready to join, say, you ready to enroll, become a member with me? And just take a chance and do this? Or do you need some more information? I don't know what more information you need, but if you do, here, I'm going to send you this. Now, you take this little app, and you go through the same thing, and then you upload them into your app, if they're not already in your app, and let them see this. Then you press, instead of the blue, you press the select side, and you press text, and you send them a text right there, and they get ding on their phone. So you got the presentation. You look at it at your own time, as many times as you want. You're welcome.
5 reasons for selling.
And I want you to go to my website. Oh, what you do is you go back into the app again. You go pull up their contact. You pull up send resources. Now, y'all go to send resources, and when you go to send resources this time, you then click on their name, send resource. You click on create, and then you send them a link to your website. This shows how duplicatable and how replicatable and easy this business is. So they get to see firsthand. All they have to do is meet with somebody, put some coins in their hand, show them a video, and then send them some information. Okay? Now the money is in the follow-up. So if I sponsored you and you're doing this with somebody, you tell me when you did that, and you and I are going to follow up with them together. Because I'm really good at follow-up. And that's what I call leapfrogging. Y'all all heard me use that term. And we're going to get on a conference call, and then you're going to call them. And I'm going to do the talking. And you're going to be doing the listening. And I'm going to handle all the objections. Okay? So if y'all ready to make some money and build an organization and help people, then that's what I'm ready to do with you. So this is my real Millionaires 101 training.